The ribbon is cut in downtown Green Bay, the culmination of nearly 2 years of work that is, transforming the Cannery Market into a food incubator and test kitchen. The Greater Green Bay Chamber has partnered with Proof, a company dedicated to helping food and beverage entrepreneurs build stronger and more sustainable businesses. The market carries 6 businesses that all carry different food varieties, ranging from Jamaican food to Colombian food to pizza and even cheesecake. The entrepreneurs will be coached and mentored weekly by experts of the industry to help them grow their business and reach their culinary goals.
We've had other restaurants in smaller places, so being able to get a bigger clientele, being able to get more seats, being able to get a little fancier with things, I'm really excited to see that forward. Again, it's also an open kitchen, so being able to actually see the customers that you're serving really, helps the heart smile.
The Cannery will keep the 6 culinary businesses for 18 to 24 months, preparing those small business owners for their next path.